Welcome to CrashMap Video Tutorial 5, Treatment Selection and Economic Appraisal. This tutorial explains how to select treatments at single and multiple locations, including an example that demonstrates how to conduct an economic appraisal for your selected treatments. The treatment selection and economic appraisal options are accessed from the Crash Results window, so we first need to create a Crash query. Once you have completed your crash analysis to determine your prominent crash types and characteristics, at the bottom right of the Crash Results window, you will see a small button that looks like a calculator. Firstly, click on the calculator button to start the treatment selection and economic appraisal process. This opens a new panel that is displayed on the right side of the screen, where treatments can be selected from a list using the Add Countermeasure option. First, it is important to understand what treatments will work best, and that is why the applicable crash reduction factor spreadsheets are also provided on this panel. When the Add Countermeasure button is clicked, this opens a drop-down list of treatments that can be selected. Once a treatment is selected from the list of options, the RUM code collision diagrams that are treated at the crash query location are displayed on the map. Users then review the crash details to determine what crashes will actually be treated by the proposed treatment. For example, if we select Treatment 22 Traffic Signal, Overhead Mast Arms, you can see that the RUM code collision diagrams treated by this countermeasure are displayed on the map. The screen panels can also be resized if the map space is not large enough to complete your groupings of the collision diagrams. In this example, the overhead mast arm is only proposed to treat crashes in the southbound direction at this intersection. Users need to firstly group the crashes to gain a better understanding of the predominant crash types and their directions of travel. Users then need to deselect any crashes that won't be treated by the proposed countermeasure by either removing the applicable collision diagram by clicking the X displayed at the top right corner of each collision diagram, or by selecting crashes from the list shown in the right panel. Users should complete this review by assessing the combination of the collision diagram details and the crash details window information to make this determination. If a user mistakenly deselects a crash, they have the option to reselect it by clicking the required option from the list of crashes shown in the right panel. Further treatments can be selected using the same process. Once this process is complete, users then click the right arrow next tab button at the bottom right of the screen to progress to the economic appraisal. Users must then update the area and the cost savings category to reflect their treatment's location. The layers are also available in the map so that you can display the legal speed limit layer to confirm the crush cost saving category. Users must then update the capital cost and yearly operating cost for the treatment selected. Once the details are updated, the BCR and NPV values are automatically calculated when clicking outside the cost input boxes. You also have the option to print a report that shows a summary of your economic appraisal result. Treatments can also be applied to multiple locations. Let's look at another example to see how this works. In this example, we will apply treatments to section of Ocean Reef Road in Joondalup using a polygon area crash query search. Again, we use the calculator button displayed at the bottom of the crash results window. You can see that when we select to add countermeasure from the drop-down list, we have the option to select both intersection and road section treatments. If we select treatment 1, roundabout, you can see that the collision diagrams for all the RUM code crashes at all the intersections are shown on the map. You also have a drop-down list of all the intersections that you can select to apply the treatment to. You then may want to add further countermeasures. In this example, treatment 201, pedestrian refuge has been added. Once you have selected and identified where you are applying all your countermeasures, the process is the same from that point onwards for deselecting or reselecting crashes and to progress to complete the economic appraisal for your selected treatments. This concludes the treatment selection and economic appraisal tutorial. Please refer to the Crash Map user guide if you require any further information about these features.